Hello everyone, welcome to my tutorial on how to create your own tarot cards with Adobe Photoshop. Thank you for listening and watching. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and hit that bell next to the subscribe button so that you get a notification whenever I go live or upload a new video. So, a little backstory. I went to college for advertising, creative advertising. Oh, so I went to an art school, which, when you go to art school, you do creative advertising, which is basically graphic design. They teach you Adobe Photoshop. Now, I taught myself a couple years prior to actually being taught in those classes. So I have extensive, experience with Adobe Photoshop. So I'm going to teach you guys, a little bit of the basics of, how to use a Photoshop and also how to create your own tarot cards. So let's get right into it. So we'll be using millimeters instead of pixels. Pixels is the default width and height that Adobe Photoshop typically uses. But because we're talking in tarot cards, we're just going to use millimeters because it's way easier. So typically the standard tarot card size is 70 to 71 by 120 to 121 millimeters. So just for that extra space, we're going to do 71 and 121. Alright, and remember that, it's in millimeters. We're going to title it tarot card. By the way, as you can see, I am using the newest version of Adobe Photoshop, Adobe Photoshop CC 2019, Creative Cloud 2019. Just to let you know. So okay, we have the width at 71 here and the height at 121. This is the basis of our tarot card. So let's press create now. And as you can see, it's really small. So we're going to go down here. I don't know if I can move it up. We're going to go down here where it says 100%. Down here. Which is basically the magnifier. This allows you to either get closer or move further away. Alright, so it depends on the sizing of your actual project that you're working on, but because we are working on tarot, we're going to actually move a little bit closer, so we set it at 300%. So this is 300% zoomed in. Alright, so now that we've got the basis of our tarot cards, let's kind of, start having fun. So this over here is the rectangular marquee tool. And this is the tool that you want to use to fill your picture, to fill your objects, or to sometimes cut away certain objects. So I'll show you how this works. So what you want to do is you basically want to hit the rectangular marquee tool over here, and then you want to, take it to the corner. I like to take it to the very corner. And because we're going to fill this entire, and you see it kind of lighting up with purple because it's showing that, we're about to do something with the rectangular marquee tool. So what you want to do is, I like color, so we're just going to fill this whole card with color. I'm thinking yellow, so I don't know about you guys. Let me just kind of go back and show you guys what I did. So we took the rectangular marquee tool. I'm using a Mac, by the way, so you want to make sure you kind of push down on the mouse pad or scrolling the mouse if you're using a mouse, and then you want to drag it across, okay, as you hold it down, and then you release, and then you want to click, alright, right click, and then go down here to fill. Fill will allow you to fill up your project, fill up your picture with color, okay? So we want to go over here to the fill button, the little fill button, all right, and press fill. So like I said, I'm going to do yellow. You want to click contents, color again, and then yellow. I like bright yellow. Don't ask me why. I just love yellow. That's really pretty. All right. So now let's add some pictures. So, after we're done using the rectangular marquee tool, you want to make sure that you always go over here and go up to the move tool, okay? Because you can't move anything if the move tool here isn't clicked. So to add pictures, we want to go up here to File and Open. And I have some pictures from Big Stock that I downloaded earlier. So I think what I'm going to recreate is the Chariot card. So where is the Chariot? I know I have a picture of the Chariot down here somewhere, or a recreation of it at least. Another easy way to do this that I don't use is actually Adobe Bridge. Adobe Bridge organizes all your photos for you. But because we just don't have that time, we're going to go ahead and skip that. So okay, this is the picture that we're going to use, but there's a lot of white space, so I want to get rid of a little bit of this white space. So one way that we could do it is that we could use this lasso tool right here and go kind of sketch around what we want to keep. But because this is extremely tedious and I only like using this tool for intricate purposes, we're going to skip that. But I just kind of wanted to show you guys basically what that entails. We're going to zoom in a little bit more and I'll show you guys. So basically, like, you know, if we wanted to just get this horse, its head, we would take the lasso tool, we would go around, and of course, if, you know, timing were actually not so short right now, like if I weren't short on time, I would be way more intricate with this. But this is what we would do with the lasso tool. Like I said, I like to use this lasso tool more so for intricate purposes. But like I said, I was going to show you guys a little bit about what, you know, how it works. So now we see that the horse's head is kind of isolated, all right? But we don't want to do that. We want to keep the horse's head and the rest of the picture. Wow, way too close. Sorry about that. So what we want to do now is we want to go down here to the quick selection tool or the magic wand tool. All right. Now the wonderful thing about the magic wand tool is that you can make this magic wand or this magic circle, I guess, big or small. So if we set it at 50%, see how it got way smaller. But if we set it at 100%, the circle gets way bigger, although not that much bigger, apparently. Let's do 200. It gets bigger, and then therefore you can isolate a bigger portion of space. Now we want to get rid of all, if not most, of this white space. So what you want to do is you want to take the lasso tool, and you see I clicked the white space that we want to get rid of. And before you get rid of the white space, you always want to make sure that this lock button down here, where the hand is turned off. Because if it's turned on, it won't let you delete. There we go. If it's turned on like that, okay, so what we'll do is we'll press delete. It won't let you delete it, right? I'm pressing delete. It won't let me delete it. But if we turn that off and press delete again, it gets rid of all the white space. So you just want to make sure that you always, you know, remember to keep that locks off, you know, when it comes to getting rid of any white space in a picture. So like I said, we're just going to take all the white space and delete it. Just get rid of it. So easy peasy. And then when it comes to smaller, let's do this. When it comes to smaller spaces, you just want to make the lasso tool smaller so it doesn't take too much space. So like for example, we're going to go here in these wheels, but see it was way too big, so we're going to want to make that even smaller to get rid of the white space in the wheels, and you know, to make it so that the white space, it's just the white space that's being taken out and not the wheel itself. So just be mindful of that as well. See how a little bit of the wheel got taken off here? It's because it was probably too big. So we're just going to undo, clear, and then we'll try that again. It takes practice, you guys. Like I said, I have, you know, extensive experience in Photoshop, and, you know, I'm not perfect by any means. You know, everyone kind of has their own way of maneuvering Photoshop, I find. So, alright, we have a little bit more white space here in between the horse's arms or hooves, whatever you want to call them. We have some white space here that we want to get rid of. And you want to be careful because it gets rid of, like, you know, but we can, the wonderful thing about that is that we can, like, draw that, you know. That can be easy to draw. Oh, why are you not drawing? Oh, I think it's because it's probably... if we really wanted to, we could just draw that bow back on. I have no idea why it's not working. Oh, it is working. It's just really small. Everything with Photoshop you can make big or small. That's the great thing about it, though. See? Oh, it's still small. It's weird. Alright, whatever. But you get the gist of the point, you know, so we're going to take a little bit more white space away. And then we go back over here to the rectangular marquee tool. We do what we did earlier. And then we, remember, go to the move tool because we want to move this now to the tarot card section. So, bam. Now we want to make this smaller. So, I'm going to redo that. So when you want to make something smaller, I'm doing it on my keyboard. Press Command T. Now, I don't know about the older versions of Photoshop, but this is the current version of Photoshop that I use. Now, I know in old versions of Photoshop, when you wanted to make a picture smaller, but also keep the dimensions, you would press Shift, and then you would take the corner here and pull it in. But this new version of Photoshop, they've implemented somehow the Shift function into the resize function, so you don't need to press Shift anymore. So we're just going to actually take the corner here and just going to scroll it in to make the picture, the chariot, smaller here. And this will take a minute, you know, because typically, you know, sometimes pictures are way bigger than the dimensions we set for our project, so we do have to make them smaller. It's okay if the white space is still showing a bit in this instance, because this is just for fun, you know? This is perfect. I love this. And it's centered perfectly. I always want to make sure stuff is centered, so you want to press release. And there's our chariot. Okay, but let's add, I don't know, let's add some words here. Let's add, oh no, it went away. Okay. Alright, let's add the chariot down here. Let's see how black looks. First of all, the text is way too big. So when you want to make the text smaller, you go up here, you see the text button here, or the text option here, you go over here to the right, and you just type in a lower number. So we'll do 20, let's try 30, because that looks a little small. The chariot. Perfect. Since it's not centered, we're going to just move it over a little bit with the keyboard. That's good. I'm all about things being centered. I want a border, so let's do a border. We're gonna go back over here to the rectangular marquee tool, and we're gonna do a little border, okay, as well. Something slight. I kind of want white. Or no, I'm gonna do blue. I'm gonna do blue because the chariot's associated with the zodiac sign Cancer. And blue is, you know, synonymous with emotion and water, so let's do a blue border. You just basically go around the border of the picture. You take that rectangular marquee tool, you know, adjust the size, and then you press fill, just like I was showing you guys earlier. It's a lot of repeating the same steps with Adobe Photoshop, and like I said, this is not perfect. Okay, the border, I know it's kind of uneven, but I'm just showing you guys how it works. So this is essentially what, you know, I'm assuming real, you know, people who actually create tarot cards do. They go in Photoshop, they go in Adobe, Adobe, maybe InDesign or something like that, or Adobe, what's the other one called? Because I literally only use Photoshop. Adobe Illustrator, that's what it's called. I don't really use that one, but you know, you can create tarot cards with pretty much all three of these things. So I kind of want to add some more elements here. So let's add a moon, because I always associate the tarot card with a moon. So let's add a moon here. I know I have a picture of a moon here somewhere in big stock. It's definitely not a moon. Here's a moon. So, alright, we're gonna want to get rid of this black space. So remember, you know, what we were doing earlier, we make sure we press that magic wand button because this is a big space. And the lasso tool just will not do for this big space. So we want to make, since it's such a big space, we want to make our lasso tool big as well. So, that lock button's on again. Make sure we turn that off. We're just going to go around. And, you know, Typically it snaps right in two. And the great thing about Photoshop as well is it's a very intuitive program, so it kind of knows what it's doing. So since it's already kind of taken the space we don't want and it's centered in on what we want, we're just going to press delete. And there we go. We've got our moon. So we take that lasso tool once again, or that rectangular marquee tool. Now that we've got the moon here in the center, we go ahead and we move the moon to our tarot card. Of course it's bigger. We press Command T, go in and make it smaller. And that is our moon for our chariot card. I love that. Would you buy this card? Let me know. I would totally buy this deck. I think this deck is amazing and gorgeous. But this is basically how you create your own tarot deck and with Adobe Photoshop. There are so many ways to print these cards, you guys, and there's so many different types of paper stocks to use. Of course, you can also do it professionally as well. But this is just to show you how to get the ball rolling. Thank you all for listening and watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit that bell next to the subscribe button so that you get a notification whenever I go live. And if you'd be interested in taking a class with me on how to teach you the basics of Adobe overall, let me know. And let me know what other tutorials you'd be interested in seeing in the comments below. I'll catch you guys later. Love and light. And remember, if you would like your own personal tarot reading from me, check out my website, you guys, lamartownsendtarot.com. Where's my website? I know it's up here somewhere. lamartownsendtarot.com, you guys. I do tarot readings and more. So love and light. I'll catch you guys later.